The creaks and groans from the basement whispered of untold secrets, of something lurking in the dark just out of sight. I was just a child when I began my frightening descent into the unknown horrors festering below my family's new home. But what I discovered in those buried depths would change my life forever. This is the chilling tale of a malevolent evil I encountered as a boy, and my relentless quest to drag its sinister presence into the light. Descend into darkness if you dare by hitting like and subscribe. Some doors are better left unopened. I was but a lad of 10 when my family moved into the old Victorian house on the edge of town. My parents forbade me from entering the basement, saying it was damp and full of cobwebs. But I could not contain my curiosity of what lurked beneath our new abode. When Mother and Father were away, I'd take a candle down those creaky wooden stairs. The flickering light revealed a labyrinth of concrete and stone, with pipes that dripped and groaned. Toward the back stood a large iron door, sealed tightly with lock and key. One morning, a horrid stench arose from the corner. As I held the candle forth, a mound of rats lay dead and rotting, swarming with maggots most foul. I rushed to tell Mother and Father, but when we returned, the putrid bodies had vanished. Father dismissed it as a lad's wild imagination. But I knew the truth lingered beneath. When night's blanket fell, noises arose from the buried depths below. Scraping, scratching, pounding. On an eve when I was alone, I found myself on the stairs, drawn toward the sounds. The iron door now sat ajar, and beyond it lay a cage made from heavy chains. Two eyes gleamed from the darkness, and a beast let out the most chilling cry. I fled in fear as Father returned home. On the morrow, I vowed to gather evidence of this foul creature in our midst. With Father's camera in hand, I crept through the iron doorway once more. The beast leapt at its cage as I took aim, causing me to flee and lose my proof. That night I cowered beneath my sheets as something moved outside my chamber door. At breakfast I pleaded to Father, but he showed no worry or care. My only hope was to defend myself if the beast returned at night. With hammer in hand I waited, and soon the clawing and pounding sounded at my door. I swung open the door to confront the creature, but instead found myself facing Father. He decided then that I should be sent away for treatment. So I find myself locked away in this asylum, purportedly mad in the minds of men. But I know the truth that lurks beneath. They cannot keep it buried forever. No walls or medicines or treatments shall stop my quest to bring this evil into the light. I shall not rest until all know of the horrors I have seen with mine own eyes. My purpose is now clear. I must escape this dreaded place and reveal the secrets concealed under the floorboards and stone. No matter their attempts to silence me, I shall persist until the mystery in the basement is laid bare. The doctors keep me confined and continue to administer their potions and electroshock therapies designed to make me forget what I have witnessed. But I will not relent. I make a show of taking their pills while secretly spitting them out later. The medications make me foggy and dull my senses, which I cannot afford if I am to unveil the truth. During my exercise hours, I casually probe the other patients about any strange experiences they may have had. Most are too far gone, but others hint at seeing things, apparitions and phantasms that stalked them by night. This only confirms my suspicions that something insidious is lurking beneath the surface. One evening, a newly admitted girl named Emmeline pulled me aside, grasping my hands tightly with fear in her eyes. "You have seen them too, haven't you?" she whispered furtively. "The creatures that crawl in the dark and watch while we sleep. We cannot let them take control." She pressed a scrap of paper into my hand before being whisked away by the orderlies. Upon it was a crude but frantic sketch of a shadowy, spindly being with glowing eyes. A shiver went down my spine. She had borne witness to the same malevolence as I. I knew then that I must do everything in my power to free myself from this asylum and reveal the truth to the world. I shall continue playing the role of the recovering madman, lulling them into complacency, whilst plotting my escape. Once out, I shall return to the estate and expose whatever sinister secrets have been hiding in the depths. No iron bars or medical machinations will stop me. The slumbering evil I discovered festering beneath my childhood home shall be brought into the light, no matter the consequences. I vow to unveil the horrors in the basement, both in my old home and this dreaded asylum. No one can hide the truth from me forever. After weeks of careful planning, I was able to pick the lock of my chamber door using a stolen hairpin. Under the cover of night, I crept through the shadowy halls until I came upon the records room. There I quickly located my file and scanned its contents, a feeling of rage brewing within me. No evidence of madness or delusions, yet my incarceration was ordered by the hospital's chief administrator based on my overactive imagination. It was clear they meant to silence me and hide the truth. Just then, footsteps echoed down the corridor. I hastily returned the file and squeezed into a cupboard to avoid detection. Through the crack I observed one of the orderlies addressing the head doctor. "Another patient is questioning too much," I heard him say ominously. "We need to keep them subdued." After exchanging knowing glances, they exited. My blood turned to ice in my veins. There was a conspiracy at play here, and I was trapped in its web. But I would not be deterred. My path was clear. I must escape at once and reveal to the world what I uncovered in that house, what these supposed men of medicine and reason were hiding in their barred halls. The creature's existence would not remain buried. When next the midnight hour struck, I made my move. Having stolen an orderly's key ring during a prior subduing, I unlocked a side door leading out the asylum's overgrown garden. As bells rang out signaling my escape, I raced into the surrounding woods, branches tearing at my clothes and face. I ran until the sounds of pursuit faded, then continued onward through the night, my young heart burning with purpose. By dawn I had reached the road back to town, the tower of my former home visible in the distance. There could be no hesitation, not with freedom so close at hand. I pressed onward to the estate that had been both my refuge and site of untold horrors. The answers lingered below, and I would see them brought to light. I arrived in the dead of night, evading the watchman to make my way within those creaking halls once more. The door to the basement awaited. With a racing mind but steady hand, I turned the unlocked handle and descended into the dark unknown below.